The rumor making the round now is that they said Ademiwas mom stormed palace. So they said she stormed palace. Hey, it's not a small thing. They said when the news of how Ashley treated her daughter got to her, they said she was forced to calm down. In fact, they said Ademiwas mom is not here in Nigeria, that she's in somewhere, maybe Canada or thereabout. But they said when the news of how Ashley treated her daughter got to her, they said she was so angry, like she was like, where were the maid, where were those people in the palace that were supposed to watch over these children, that where were they for this woman to just come and start of handling her daughter the way Ashley did. And they said because of that, she booked a flight, like she just want to spend her last card. Like they said, she said whatever it is that it will take her, she has to fly down immediately to Nigeria. And they said she flew down. Oh, it's not a small thing. When she got to the palace, they said she went straight to the Olori's quarter, and she went straight to Ashley's quarter. We know that Ashley used to shuttle the palace and UK like that, but luckily for her, because they said before she moved down, she got the information that they said Ashley is still around, that she is not traveling yet, and she took that advantage and just decide to just quickly come down so that she can meet Ashley there in the palace. And as luck will have it, she met Ashley in her palace, sitting down with two leg crossed, watching a movie. And they said immediately she entered, she didn't even knock, they said she just banged the door open and she entered. Before Ashley could sit up, they said she just jack her like this and drag her outside, because she told her that she's not going to deal with her inside her room, that the way she publicly rough handle her daughter, that is exactly she's going to rough handle her. That she thought that she's like all these other women, that things will happen, they will just be quiet, that she's different, that she's not going to take it, because she want to use her as you want to teach her a lesson, that every other Oloris will be careful of Ademiwa, that she does not joke with her daughter, and she does not want anybody to come and rough handle her daughter. For the fact that she's not here in the palace does not mean that the daughter does not have a covering. So they said immediately she dragged her out, she first of all gave her to what. When she landed that slap on Ashley's face, they said Ashley was confused. She was trying to find her way. Like the slap was high, that it wasn't a small thing. And they said the gbasgbos started. In fact, the whole palace was, in fact, the section where this Olori's quarters are is different from the main palace. So people in the palace, didn't really know what was happening, not until the news got to the palace, and before they said, Ooni of Ife also heard about the issue. And they said before then, it was not a small thing. Those that were there, allegedly, according to what we heard, they said it was not a small thing. It was gbasgbos. They said Ashley was in the midst of that, the head was just down. She was just trying to just hit back at Ademiwa's mom. And we all know that, with all these things happening, they said in fact, before now, warning have been coming. The Ifa priest has come to warn Ooni of Ife, the prophetess, all these people have come to warn Ooni of Ife, regarding these women and their behavior, that Ooni of Ife should be careful, and at the same time, he should find way to just, see how he will put away these women, so that Queen Naomi can return back to the palace. And other persons, some of the Ifa priests also came and told Ooni of Ife that as long as Queen Naomi is not in the palace, that things will keep happening, because that palace, for that palace to move on without Queen Naomi, it will be very difficult. That Queen Naomi is the sunshine that will shine all through the palace. That Queen Naomi is like the lamp, that is needed in that palace to bring tranquility and peace. Because the presence of Queen Naomi alone in that palace will like chase away all those darkness that is around the palace right now. Because with all these gbasgbos happening right now, it just seems as if it's just darkness. So now they said as in some persons that knows about all these things that the Ifa priests have said, like the Ifa priests from Ifa priests in the palace and these other Ifa priests, that have been coming to say, do this, Onis, don't do this, do that, and all that. So those people that were aware, they said they were like telling Oni that, you see all these things happening. Is it not high time we actually let Queen Naomi to return back to this palace so that there will be tranquility? But Queen Naomi on her part, she is saying she's not going to come to the palace because she cannot stay in the midst of a crowd. That she does not like crowd. And Oni, on his own part, he does not know how he would do away with this crowd, because as far as they are concerned, allegedly, according to what we hear, that Ooni of Ife has said it, that he does not divorce his wives, that they are the one living. And now some persons are even saying that, okay, they should do something that will make them to like fall into a kind of a trap for them to live, because all this recent happening right now in the palace is not a good thing. You're all welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. Now, if you are here and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And so, my people, it is not a small thing. So, with all these things happening in the palace right now, they said in order for peace to reign, in order for tranquility to be returned back to that palace, to keep, the palace safe and, and free from all these gbasgbos, they said except Queen Naomi return back to that palace. And now Ooni is in a state of, is a kind of, in the crossroad, because according to what we heard allegedly, that even from the tradition and the custom of the Ile-Ife people, that Ooni on his own cannot just ask his wife to leave. They said he can't just ask them to leave. That is even the more reason why they said he has made a provision for them to move to the Olori's quarter. But yet these women are keeping adamant. It is Olori Elizabeth that has moved her things ever since. She has moved her things down to the Olori's quarter. But these other women refuse to go. And from what they are saying allegedly, they said Oni cannot force them. I was like, I don't understand. What is it that Oni cannot force them? He can put them under duress now. Yes. He can just do what he needs to do just to push them out, if you cannot use harsh words on them. Because the Olori's quarter is still the same thing. It's just a place he has provided for them to stay. But I don't know why these women refuse not to go. And they are saying that only cannot use force on them. Can you imagine this kind of thing? And now see what is happening. Look at what Ashley did. And now the mother of this innocent girl has come up to fight for her daughter. So now, to me, when I heard this thing, I was like, is it lawful? Is it right for her to actually come to that palace and hit up an Olori the way she did? Because they said the matter is not a small thing, that only had to call them to order, and they said, only gave them some punishment, which they didn't disclose to me, allegedly, from where I get my news. They said only actually gave them punishment, and some persons were saying that the punishment he gave to Ademiwas' mom was lighter, because they said he knows that it was out of anger, and because he as Ooni, he cannot just raise hand on his wives. That was why he didn't do anything, because from the way they said Ooni loved his children so much, the way he regarded these children, that he does not joke with them, it was enough for him to raise hand and hit that woman if need be. But he cannot just do it. But for Ademiwas' mom to come up to fight Olori Ashley, they said in a way it's like fine, because they need to just be kind of show the right way, because if they cannot do the right thing, somebody need to call them to order. And for this thing that Ademiwas' mom just did, it will serve as a deterrent to any other Olori that want to raise her on any of Ooni's child, because now the Ooni's father has called her to all the Oloris. She has warned them that if care is not taken, they will be evicted from that palace. Of course, Ooni cannot do it, but they can, manipulate them that they will on their own will run and leave that palace. And that was the reason why they said Ooni's father reached out to them and advised them. And also Ooni's brother, who also called out Ashley to warn her seriously that she should be careful of her words, and she should also be careful the way she handled these prince and princesses in the palace. With all that put together, they said this reaction that actually came from Ademiwa's mom was just like a right step in the right direction, because they said, they actually needed somebody that will put them in their position. We all know that Ademiwa's mom is not in the palace. She is outside the palace. She is no longer married to Ooni of Ife. And whatever it is she has come to do, nobody can hold her responsible for it. She cannot follow any law. Yes, she's not under any law because she's no longer with Ooni of Ife. She's not legally married to Ooni of Ife. So she can actually do whatever she has to do, and she will go scot free. The reason why they said Oni gave her some punishment was just because, just to, serve every other person out there, to make them know that you don't just have rights to come to the palace and just hit anybody up. And they said they only did that just to, is a form of a camouflage. Otherwise, what they said that Ademiwa's mom did was in fact the right thing, because somebody just need to stand up. Because even if we know Oni cannot do anything, they said somebody need to stand up. And thank God this woman have stood up and did, what she did. And they said it's not a small thing, that you need to see the way Olori Ashley was crying, that people didn't believe it, that she could cry like this. They said they didn't believe she could cry this much, that she was crying seriously. But meanwhile, the punishment they said they gave to Olori Ashley was that they said Oni had asked her that she is banished, like she cannot come to his chamber anymore. See this, the same Ashley that was begging for affection, that was begging for Oni to just give her attention. Now she has not even settled that to get that attention. Now she has added more. Now the punishment now is that she's not going to. Oni said until at his own time, that is when he will even have time to even see her. That she should not expect that Ashley will see him at any time. Like, you should just forget about him for now. That is her punishment. Imagine punishment or punishment that she's already could not even hold herself already. Now they have given her another one on top the one that she's already facing. So my people, this is the rumor that we heard, and I said I will also come here and let you people know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for standing by. I love you all. I appreciate you. God bless you till I come your way again. Bye for now. Thank you so much.